This is my 5th year of using Moomoo, and I'm always receiving questions on how to use this app. Most people download the Moomoo app, place one trade, and never really know what they are doing. In this video, I'm going to give you the full Moomoo walkthrough, from opening your account and placing your first trade, to putting your buys on autopilot with RSP, to the research and AI tools that show you what's actually worth buying. So if you want to master Moomoo the right way from day one, stay till the end. Now, before we get into it, you might be wondering, can I even trust Moomoo with my money? Well, first, Moomoo Singapore is fully licensed and regulated by the Monetary Authority of Singapore. They are also a full trading and clearing member of the Singapore Exchange, and the company behind Moomoo is Futu Holdings, a fintech company that's listed on the Nasdaq in the US and backed by Tencent. In fact, Moomoo is licensed and regulated across 7 markets around the world, including the US, Australia, Japan, and Hong Kong. So this isn't some small startup. It's a company that answers regulators in multiple countries. And they are not exactly small here either. Over 1.5 million people in Singapore are already on Moomoo. That's basically 1 in 2 residents between the ages of 20 and 70. And they have been named SIA's Best Retail Broker 3 years in a row. They have even set up 3 physical stores right here in Singapore if you ever prefer talking to a real person. And they host their own offline investor event called MooFest every year. So they are pretty established here. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's get you set up. If you haven't opened an account yet, you can use my link in the description to sign up. Depending on when you sign up, you get different rewards. Right now, Moomoo Singapore is giving out $1,200 worth of welcome rewards when you fulfill the terms and conditions, including $100 worth of Nvidia shares exclusively for my channel. Then, once your account is approved, it's time to put some money in. Because no money, how to invest all? If you have already signed up but have not made your first deposit, you can still claim the rewards by opening the app, searching for special deposit, and keying in my promo code Kelvin88 before you fund. Otherwise, just head over to the Accounts tab, tap Deposit, and select your account. For the method, I would recommend Instant Deposit via Direct Debit Authorization, or DDA. This lets you pull money straight into Moomoo without logging into your bank accounts every single time. Also, just take note of the minimum to earn your rewards here. Right now, it is $3,000. Your first deposit takes up to 1 business day to verify. But after that, future transfers are almost instant. Okay, now that your money is in, before you even start looking at stocks, let's make sure that your idle cash isn't just sitting there doing nothing. Moomoo has a product called Cash Plus. Basically, what it does is that it takes your idle cash and park it into money market funds, which invest into short-term government bonds, treasury bills, and fixed-time bank deposit certificates. So they are relatively lower risk. And right now, USD Cash Plus funds are yielding up to around 3.5%. To find it, just tap on the Discover tab, Wealth, Cash Plus, and here you'll find all the Cash Plus funds that you can invest in. But here's a pro tip. You can actually activate SmartSave to automatically sweep all your uninvested cash into Cash Plus. So from the moment you deposit, your money is already working for you while you figure out what to buy. And here's the best part. Your Cash Plus position still counts as a buying power. So whenever you see a stock you want, you can just place the trade and Moomoo will automatically redeem your funds for you. And the opposite applies too. Whenever you sell a stock, the money will automatically come back to Cash Plus to help you earn interest. So that's super convenient. Next, how do you actually decide what to buy? Let me walk you through how I would research a stock on Moomoo. To start, open up any stock that you are interested in and head over to the Company tab. Here, you will find all the key info, the revenue breakdown by business and markets, financial estimates, and indicators like earnings per share and free cash flow. You will also see a quick overview of the financials, the income statements, balance sheet, and cash flows. Generally, what you want is those numbers going up over time, which will tell you that the business is heading in the right direction. Want a second opinion? Under Analyst Ratings, you'll find a range of price targets, and if you tap in, each analyst's track record and their thesis. You can also switch to Morningstar Research for a more in-depth report, from fair value to the economic modes and bull and bear case. Then there's also institutional tracking, which shows you what the major funds are holding and alerts you when they rebalance. And insider trading, which lays out whether the company's own executives are buying or selling their shares, side by side. Because at the end of the day, if the people running the company are buying, that usually tells you something. And once you're done with the fundamentals, head over to the chart tab to check the technicals and time your entry. It's got over 60 technicals and 30 drawing tools to work with. But if you're bad at reading charts, like me, you can check out the trend projection tool. It scans historically similar 30-day price patterns and gives you a probability of where the stock might go over the next month. Now, of course, this isn't a crystal ball, but it does tell you whether the setup is historically bullish or bearish, which is good to know. Now, here's one of my favorite tools on Moomoo for getting deals, and it's called Insights. To find it, just tap on the Discover tab at the bottom and go to Insights. This tool tracks what the big famous investors are doing. Whenever one of them changes their position, Moomoo picks it up in real time. So instead of digging around yourself, you can see exactly what they are holding. And if you like what they are doing, you can add on it yourself in just one tap. So all those research tools are great. But if you want help in actually making sense of all of this, Moomoo also has an AI assistant built right into the app, and it's called Moomoo AI. The way it works is simple. You just ask it a question in plain English the same way you would ask a friend, and it can pull from live market data, news, and even community discussions, and all the research tools to give you an answer. So let me share with you a few ways I will actually use it. The first one is for understanding a company quickly. Let's say you keep hearing about this company called Nvidia, but you don't really know what they do. You can just ask, what does Nvidia do? Who are its main competitors? And what are its biggest risks? And think it just gives a clean summary all in one place. The second one is for earnings. Earnings reports are long and full of jargon. So whenever a company you own reports earnings, you can just ask, can you summarize Nvidia's latest earnings? Did they beat or miss expectations? It will then pull out the earnings summary, key financial insights, what drove the performance, and even how the market reacted to it. The info provided by Moomoo is based on accurate real market data. These are all the important parts that you can easily get without having to read the actual report itself. Not just that, because Moomoo knows what you are investing in, it can even analyze your portfolio. So I can say, please analyze my holdings. It will then give me an overview of all my positions across all my Moomoo accounts, my exposure and risk. I can also follow up with something like, how can I improve my portfolio? And it will be able to give me some suggestions. One thing to note, every time you ask a question, you use up a quota, and there's a cap on how many you can ask each month. So to bump up your tier, you just need to hold more assets or trade more often. And a higher tier doesn't just get you more AI questions. You will also unlock perks like Nasdaq Total View Level 2 data, macroeconomic data, and more reward points. Now, the good thing is that Moomoo already pre-generates a few AI summaries for you, so you won't have to burn through your whole AI quota on the basic stuff. For example, if you open up any stock and scroll down, you'll find a daily and weekly market briefing already there, which summarizes all the key events and trading data for you. And if you head to the company tab and tap Earnings Hub, you will also see a quick AI earnings takeaway for the latest earnings. Otherwise, if you want more detail, just tap on AI Recap and you'll get a full summary of the earnings, including the financial performance, business progress, future guidance, and even a transcript of the earnings call itself. In short, Moomoo AI is basically your personal research assistant, built right into the app. It helps you get answers faster without having to dig through the reports yourself. Now, if Moomoo AI is the beginner-friendly tool, this next one is a lot more advanced, and it's called Moomoo API Skills. Here's the key difference. While Moomoo AI can help you answer your questions, it can't do a lot more advanced stuff. Meanwhile, Moomoo API Skills can do a lot more. For example, it can help you place trades, screen for stocks, and give you stock analysis summaries based on the latest news. To use it, just head over to the Moomoo Skills Hub page, copy the prompt here, and paste it into your favorite AI tool. For example, I'm using Claude Code, and it will then set it all up for you. You will then need to log in to OpenD, which is basically a small program that links the AI to your Moomoo accounts. Once that is done, you can first test everything is set up properly by asking, what is my Moomoo portfolio? And if it is done correctly, it will show you your entire holdings. Now, let's say you want to buy Nvidia, but only when the timing is right. You could just type, help me monitor Nvidia on Moomoo and alert me when it's trading below its Morningstar fair value and the trend looks favorable, so that I can buy $100 of it. And think, after running for a few minutes, it builds me this monitoring script that can alert me whenever those conditions are met. And I didn't even have to write a single line of code myself. Or here's another one. Alert me whenever something important happens to any stock I hold, like a big price move, an earnings report, or a major news event. So instead of checking your portfolio every morning and pray that nothing crashed, it can just tell you whenever something actually needs your attention. And if you trade options like me, you can try this. Scan for cash secure put opportunities on stock that I would be happy to own, where the premium pays me at least 2% for selling puts that expire within a month. And it will go through the watch list and list out a few setups that may be worth a look, so that I don't have to dig through each one manually. But of course, that's not the only thing it can do. You can even build an entire system to help you with your trading strategy. For example, I personally trade options, so I built an options assistant on top of this. Because it can read directly from my Moomoo portfolio, it can now monitor all my option positions, track things like how much profit or loss each position is at, how many days are left to expiration, and alert me if anything needs my attention. On top of that, it can even scan the markets for new setups that match my strategy. So instead of me having to manually go through each stock one by one, it just shows me what strategies are worth looking at right now. Again, it is not 100% foolproof, but it saves me a lot of time on having to do all the monitoring and analysis myself. So that's Moomoo API skills, and it is incredibly powerful as it lets you extend Moomoo's capabilities way beyond what the app can do on its own. Next, before you place a trade on what you want to invest in, here's one quick thing to keep in mind. If you are buying overseas stock, you will need to convert your currency first. The easiest way is to turn on auto currency conversion, so that Moomoo does it for you automatically whenever you buy. It's a little hidden, but you'll find it under the Discover tab, Me, Settings, Accounts and Positions, Auto Currency Exchange. Though there's just one catch. If your money is already parked in Cash Plus, Moomoo can't auto-convert for you. So if you plan to buy US stocks, you will need to convert your SGD to USD manually first. You can do it under the Accounts tab, tap All, then look for the exchange. Alright, we are now finally ready to place our first trade. At the top right, search for the stock that you want. Type in the name, and once you see the one that you want, tap the heart icon beside it to add it to your watch list, so that you don't have to keep searching for it every time. Then tap on it, trade, and then buy. Choose the session that you want to buy the stock in. For example, 24-hour trading allows you to buy the stock throughout the day, but the drawback is that the liquidity will be slightly lower. Otherwise, regular trading hours lets you trade when the market is open. That's when you will get the best bid-ask spread. After that, choose your order type. The two most common order types are limit order and market order. Limit order allows you to set the price that you are willing to pay, and it only fills if the stock hits the price, so it gives you a lot more control. Meanwhile, with market order, you buy at whatever the market gives you at that moment. As for the amount, you'll be able to choose whether you want to buy in number of shares or in dollar amounts. And here's a pro tip. You can also set up a stop loss and take profit whenever you execute a buy order, so that you don't have to always monitor the market. To do that, just make sure you're on the pro mode. Change the amounts to number of shares, then turn on stop loss or take profit or both, and just set the price. Besides that, another way you can monitor the market is by setting a price alert for your stocks. To do that, just head over to the stock page, tap on the alert button at the bottom, add alert, and here you will find all kinds of alert type that you can use. For example, I can ask it to alert me whenever the stock price has dropped below a certain price. Also, here's something good to know. For Singapore stocks, most brokers will require you to buy in lots of 100 shares. So a stock like DBS at around $62 a share would mean that you will need to come out with a $6,200 minimum to buy the stock. But on Moomoo, if you switch the order type to odd lot, you will be able to buy with as little as 1 share. What this means is that your minimum becomes just $62 instead of $6,200. Oh yeah, if you are buying SGX stocks, you can also toggle between buying the stocks via the Moomoo custodian accounts or your own CDP accounts. What? Moomoo supports CDP accounts now? Yes, Moomoo now supports buying and selling through your own CDP accounts directly. If you want a deeper walkthrough on how that works, I've made a whole video on it, which I will link in the description below. Otherwise, with the custodian account, you will get to enjoy low trading fees, and Moomoo will hold the positions on your behalf. Now, here's the secret I want to share with you. The trick to doing well when it comes to investing is to invest consistently over the long term, where market up, you buy, market down, you cry a bit, then you buy more. This is basically dollar cost averaging. And I made a whole video breaking down why it works so well. You can check it out here if you want. With Moomoo regular savings plan, you can invest a fixed amount periodically. So you don't have to constantly think about timing the markets or remember to buy every month. It just does it for you automatically. To set up RSP, open up any US stock or ETF that you are interested in, tap on the 3 dots at the bottom right and tap RSP. And from here, you can set the dollar amounts, let's say $100, and pick your frequency, whether that's weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, or even daily. What's nice is that you can actually set the funding source to your own bank account. This lets it pull the money in automatically to fund each scheduled buy. So you don't have to manually transfer your money in every month. Also, note that even though this is funding in SGD, you don't have to convert your currency here, as Moomoo will automatically convert it for you. Once you're ready, just tap on buy, confirm the details, and you have set up your RSP. If you ever want to modify or cancel your RSP, you can just head over to the Accounts tab, search for RSP at the top, My Investments, and here you will see all your active plans. Just tap on any of them to make changes or cancel. Oh yeah, while we are on the topic of automating your investments, if the US stocks or ETFs you hold pay dividends, you can also enable the Dividend Reinvestment Plan, or DRIP. Then any dividends you receive will automatically be used to buy more of the same stock, so that it compounds over time. To enable it, go to Accounts or Dividend Reinvestment and then turn on DRIP for your holdings. Next, if you are ready to sell a stock, selling is pretty much the same as buying. To do that, head over to the Accounts tab, scroll down and look for the stock that you want to sell. Tap Trade, then switch to the Sell tab. And remember, you want to sell a stock, so make sure you are on the sell side. Don't be dumb, go buy even more shares, yeah? Then from here, everything is pretty much the same. You can set your session, order type, and the amount you want to sell, and then tap Sell. Then when you want to cash out, just go to Accounts or scroll down to Withdraw and tap on it. 2 quick things to know. 1. After you sell, it takes 1 to 2 business days to settle before the cash is withdrawable, and that's standard across all brokers and not just Moomoo. 2. If your cash is in USD or Hong Kong dollars, you will need to convert it back to SGD before you can withdraw as SGD. After that, the transfer to your bank usually lands within 1 to 5 business days. So that was an in-depth tutorial on how to use Moomoo. If you have not opened a Moomoo account yet, you can sign up through my link in the description down below to get up to $1,200 worth of rewards. On top of that, you will also get to enjoy zero commission on US, Singapore, Hong Kong, and China A-share stock trading, as well as free real-time market analysis. Anyway, if you found this useful, hit the subscribe button. I post new videos every week, and drop your questions in the comments. I do read them.